Hello and welcome to all our viewers on CFO Insights. I am Sherry, a financial technology consultant at Hyperbots, and I'm very excited to have Shaun Walker here with me, who is a seasoned internal audit leader with a wealth of experience in driving risk management, compliance, and governance initiatives across diverse industries. Thank you so much for joining us today, Shaun. Today, we'll be talking about a very niche topic, which is Alabama sales and use tax compliance. And to get us started, Sean, could you just provide us with an overview of Alabama's state sales and use tax rates and how do these rates differ across goods and services?
Sure. So I'll say that the general rate is 4% for most goods. So, like clothing, electronics, general merchandise. There are certain rules that have differences for specific industries. For example, automotive vehicles are locked in at a 2% rate. Farm machinery and manufacturing equipment is at a 1.5% rate. And then grocery items are reduced to 3% rate versus the 4%.
To dive deeper into the topic, could you also discuss some of the jurisdictions in Alabama with notably high or low tax rates and how does this affect businesses?
Yeah, so different local jurisdictions set different sales tax rates. For example, Alabama has one of the highest tax rates at 12.5%, whereas East Florence, Alabama has a relatively low tax rate of about 5.5%. So for businesses, this variation means applying the correct rate depending on the sale location. And if we don't, then that can lead to non-compliance.
And how often do Alabama's sales and use tax rates change? And how do businesses keep up with these updates?
Yeah, so the rates can change several times a year, particularly at the local level. So, for example, in February of 2024, Clay County increased its rate from 6% to 10%. Statewide changes, such as the recent reduction on groceries, also occur, but less frequently. And the way that businesses keep up is they rely on third-party tax compliance solutions or government resources, but updating systems to reflect new rates requires a constant vigilance, which can be challenging for small and mid-sized businesses without any type of automated solution.
What are some of the primary resources available to businesses to stay informed about sales and use tax changes in Alabama?
Yeah, so there's three main resources. So first is the Alabama Department of Revenue. That's the primary source. And then there's sales tax rate lookup tools. Those are provided by Avalara, which they help businesses quickly access rates based on addresses. And then there's also third-party websites, sites like salestaxhandbook.com that provide a detailed breakdown and change alerts.
What challenges do companies face when managing compliance with Alabama's sales and use tax rules? And could you share some examples of the same?
Yeah, so there's a few that stand out. One would be just the complexity of tax rates. So there's variations in rates based on locality, which can be confusing, especially for businesses selling across multiple jurisdictions. And then often the frequency of how much the rate changes. So it's difficult to stay up to date because they can change, multiple times per year. And then also just determining taxability. So not all items or services are taxed. So companies need to correctly categorize products. And there's a common issue with misclassifying professional services, which are generally exempt.
How can artificial intelligence help businesses manage sales and use tax compliance more efficiently?
Yeah, so one way is just having an automated tax rate update. So AI-driven systems can automatically update tax rates across jurisdictions, and it ensures real-time compliance. Also, there's transaction analysis. So AI can analyze transactions, determine taxability, and help reduce errors in the tax application. And then lastly, I would say compliance monitoring. So continuous monitoring of legislative changes, automatic adjustments to tax settings can be facilitated through AI.
Additionally, how can AI support companies during audits for sales and use tax compliance?
Absolutely. So there's two main ways I can think of. One is document retrieval. So AI systems can quickly retrieve invoices, tax records, supporting documentation, and it saves time and reduces stress. And then there's also error detection. So AI can review historical transactions to identify discrepancies, such as applying an incorrect tax rate.
What do you see as the future role of AI in handling Alabama's sales and use tax compliance?
Yeah, I mean, AI's role is going to expand from compliance management to strategic planning. So AI can forecast the impact of tax rate changes on company revenue by analyzing historical data, identifying sales trends in high tax areas. It can also enhance reporting. So AI can provide real-time compliance. It has dashboards. It gives finance teams immediate insights into tax liabilities. And then lastly, I would say just proactive compliance alerts. So AI can notify companies of pending legislative changes and, let them know what may impact their tax compliance.
Thank you so much, Sean, for sharing your insights on the topic. Your expertise provides valuable guidance for organizations aiming to optimize their financial operations.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.